All right. All right, guys. I hope everyone came back from the first mishap. If you're gonna watch this on a replay, I apologize for the for the false start. I haven't done this in a while, and I hit the wrong button, and then I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. So, new broadcast. For you girls and guys that are watching, you are true football fans to be watching this breakdown of this game this late. That's a trifecta. It is totally humbling if you're watching this live, and it's really humbling if you're going to watch this thing on replay, because that means you really are a football individual. I wanted to go last night, but I couldn't after the Damar Hamlin thing. That situation hit home for me, and I just couldn't. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to do it. I've had concussions on every level of football I play. Well, not every. High school, college, and professional. I had concussion. The last one was with the Rams in training camp, and I called it quits. So for me to go, and every concussion I had wasn't a little concussion. I had 3, but I had 1 in high school, so technically 4. And all 4, I was completely out. Not just woozy, go to the sideline and you get no. Both the ones in college, well, all 3, college and NFL, I woke up or I came to outside of the football field. So I was done for quite a bit of time. So that hit home because that could have easily been me in any of those situations, because my style of play was I kind of was reckless. So, so that situation hit me hard. But this game, man, is, I don't know how to say it, but this was frustrating. This is a game where some of this, to me, for once, is on the coaches putting the quarterback in a bad situation. And some of this is just on the quarterback. And some of this is on the situation. Some of this is on a lot of things that surrounded this. The defense played a heck of a game, but the defense gave up a drive that they shouldn't have given up. The same way Iowa shut out our offense, we should have done the same to their offense. Now, their defense scored two touchdowns. Now, that's something you can't bank on, but Iowa shouldn't have scored on us. At worst, they should have scored a field goal because they were controlling the field position battle. Their punter was unbelievable. But for them to score a touchdown on 2 plays wasn't a good look. And I know that people will say that, well, the defense can't be perfect. Yes, they can. But going in this game, understanding the situation that your offense was in, not having their 2 best players, you had to pitch a shutout. That in your mind as a defense, all 15 practices, you should have been saying, we got to shut these boys out. And that doesn't mean doing something outside the framework of the defense, but your mentality was, we got to play our ass off and they can't score. And we are not playing Tennessee, or we're not playing USC. We're not playing Alabama. We're not playing someone who can put up Ohio State, who can put up points. We are playing an offense that isn't very good. So asking yourself or asking that unit to shut out this team wasn't a great ask. Also, special teams totally screwed us up. A punt return and then a penalty on a punt return, hitting the punt returner, giving them 15 free yards. Backbreakers. Iowa played pretty much a perfect game, and we didn't. And that's why they won. It's really that simple. So let's just get into it. It ain't much to really, this ain't going to be long like in the past unless I get questions. This is a pretty easy breakdown, I think. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, transparent. I haven't watched this as many times as I've watched other games. So it might be a little longer because I might see things as we are running through this. And I might be rewinding a lot. But first play. Now, all honesty, I like the way we came out because for me, as a OC, I'm thinking I was gonna sell out on the run. So let's loosen them up for a few plays so then we can go back to the run. Now, in my opinion, we didn't run the ball enough and we didn't run the right style of play. Now, that's also predicated on our O-line too. But we don't have C-Rod. So running in between the guards was not a good selection. Running an A, N, or B gap isn't something we should have been doing, in my opinion. Unless we're going to run zone read or run, you can run power out of zone read, something like that. But just to run inside zone wasn't, to me, a good option. We should have ran a lot of pin and pull and got Jatan on the edge more than try to bring him up in the middle. Love the first play. Get it out to your playmaker. Now, this is the part that bothered me. Now, I want you to remember this play and this screen. The veteran slot receiver got us 4 yards. Now, I'm going to harp on some things. All right. Oops. All right. Tavion Robinson caught the ball on the hash and went outside the hash, I would say 2 yards. Straight up the field, pretty much. Caught the ball, attack up the field. Because here's the thing. That pass is basically a sweep. That's a run. That's not a pass for me. It's pass behind the line of scrimmage. It's actually a run. It's an outside run. Get it to your playmakers out in space and let him go one-on-one and maybe get one of your offensive linemen out there to hit the guy who's in front of him, break a tackle. You can get 6, 7, 8, 10 yards maybe. So that was Tavion Robinson running it. I love the simplicity of this. You can see it's a 3-man route. We got 2 guys over here. Let me go back. You got 2 guys over here. You got 1 guy here. Now, this is when you know that the scheme is running to one side. Watch Tay come off the line of scrimmage. There's no way that ball is being thrown over there. No way. This is a simple read for a young quarterback. Good route, way to sit, get a first down. That's a positive. Look at what he's reading. He's reading one defensive player. If he goes deep, he hits the short. Or if this guy, now I can't see the whole thing. If this guy widens out, you got a window there. Dane Key, this is what Dane does well. He understands how to sit, how to find a window, and then how to sit in the window, showing his numbers so the quarterback can throw a good ball to him. He makes it easy for a quarterback. First down, man. That's big. Now, I showed this in the cut-ups. These guys over here, very smart. This is tackle over. This is Manning. That's Flax. And that's, do it this way. Manning, Flax, Horsey. They identified this right away. This is Dingle. That's a tight end with Yager right next to him. So they needed more. See, here's the thing. I don't know how to address that, Cobby. because it's hard to watch a game and say a guy needs more targets without seeing the all 22 and seeing if he was open. They definitely had a game plan of giving Barion Brown some targets. That was definite in their game plan. And I would say probably Dane needed more targets because with the young quarterback, they probably told him where to go to on a consistent basis. So, but I don't want to definitely say that because it's kind of hard if you don't get all 22 and see what the route combinations were. I'm going to say for me, Tavian Robinson should have got more targets too. Polished receiver. That is actual receiver. Barion Brown is an athlete that is still learning the position. And that's it. So we did everything in our power. When you do a GT pull, you would think linebackers will come this way, right? Because they think the ball's here, but they are so well coached. They didn't bite on this at all. Not at all. From Campbell to 34 to the defensive lineman. Basically, this play is ended because Horsey took a wide approach and couldn't seal that defensive lineman. If we can seal that guy, if we can seal him and he's eliminated, we got a block here and we got a speedster coming with potentially a lead blocker. All it takes is one. Now here's the deal. This is what young players need to understand is situational football. Right now, you turn your butt up the field right here and get as much as you can. Even if it's 0. At least then it's 2nd and 10. You cannot do this. Okay? You're in there. You're in there. And you have a blocker out in front. Just follow him and get as close to the line of scrimmage as you can. That's the ideal way. Why would we go that way? So now, instead of it being probably 2nd, let's say at worst, he falls right on top of Jatan. Jatan is right there. He gets to there, even if he dives with him. So 2nd and 9.5. But now we 2nd and 13. That's not good. So now 2nd and 9.5, you can potentially still run the ball and get you into 3rd and 5. But when you're in 2nd and 13, you can't. And these guys are so, it's not, for me, this is, people say fundamentally sound. People say well coached. And I don't like those words because then that means the other team is not well coached and not fundamentally sound. Maybe if this was Little League or maybe high school, maybe you can say that. But in college, it's about IQ. You can develop a football IQ. You can develop football IQ by watching football. There's no one that's born with a football IQ. No one. Now, there's people who can pick up on football things quicker, but there's no one who's born with a football IQ. You gain a football IQ by 1, playing the game, by 2, by studying the game. So, if you can't do that, you're in trouble. We are. Kabi, I would say we're not technically sound because I'm gonna say this. You can get out athlete as an offensive lineman. Josh Allen, when he played here, his senior year, was just better than some offensive tackles. So now he can just out athlete you on occasion. But technically, he shouldn't be able to just railroad you with some bullshit move. We have some guys on, I'm going to say this, on the O-line. And some guys, no, not some, and this is not just offensively, it's defensively too. Trust me. There are some guys you can see that are just trying to use their athletic ability. There are some guys who are just, period, not putting their time into their craft, and it's obvious. You can see guys, you can see on that play, on the reverse that we ran on Iowa, no one in the defensive front, no one in the linebackers, no one in that corner secondary took a fucking bad step. No one. That's the guys on that Iowa team understanding that I might not be the fastest guy, but what I can do is do my fucking job. It's really that simple. Do your job. The greatest thing I was taught is do your job. Don't do your teammates' job. Don't do 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. Handle your responsibility. And a lot of times we just don't. And a lot of times we just don't have football IQ and able to adjust. A coach cannot show you everything that a defense can do. It's just impossible. But what a coach can do is give you the mechanisms and the protocol to help you defend certain things. If this happened, it's like the if and, or if whatever that if and. If this happened, or if then. If this happened, then you do this. If that happens, then you do this. That's all offensive linemen should do. There should be an if then for everything. And this is a bad if then. And the problem is there are people that have a chance. And here's the thing. This is what I want people to understand. I hear it too much, and it frustrates me so much because I played so much offense and then I played so much defense. A defense on 3rd and 13 will not give you, on average, the ability to throw it past the first down marker. On average. Now, if you can get a lot of time and they only rush 3 people, then there's a chance to drop it over a defensive player head because they don't get depth. But on average, it's hard. So most of the time, you have to pass a shorter stick, and hopefully your athlete can out-athlete their guy, make somebody miss, and then get a first down. Now, all I said, like, you can't see all 22. But Dane Key is wide open. Now, how many yards can Dane Key get? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty confident that these guys are backing off. Okay? And they only bring 5. And if Manning doesn't overcommit, we pick this up pretty well. All they doing is running a linebacker twist. They are here, he's coming here. That's all. Nothing crazy. Now, Campbell is coming from outside, but I don't understand how, and this is, I didn't play offensive line. How is he not identifying? So when 44 comes in, his eyes should be on 31. He should pass him off to Cox. Cox is in the right position. Look at Cox. Look at Cox's eyes. He's scanning. He sees 31. Oops. He sees 31. And now he's going to scan. Now, I don't know if they somehow play man. See, this is the hard thing. I don't know how they do this. Because it's got to be a pass on. Because if Cox, when this guy goes, and if Cox has him man, Cox would have veered off and took him. Manning head goes down. and now he loses it. That kind of shit cannot happen next year. Now, this is pretty at the start. I did this in a cut up. This is really good by Jordan Wright. But Jordan Wright should know right now, I got to get depth. I got to get depth. I got to get depth. Because when they boot in your head, this is why I'm talking about IQ on football. In your head, and I guarantee you it's taught to them. You go deep to short. You got to get depth, make them throw it here, and then come up, make a tackle for 1 or 2 yards. You cannot become a flat magnet. You cannot be a flat magnet. You cannot magnetize to this guy. Here's the other deal. Quarterback comes out. He's looking at you right now. He's like, oh shit, that's gone. His eyes go to the second level right now. Now, you should be dropping right now. Now, for a defensive lineman, I'm sure he will open his hips. For a DB, I would have on speed turn. But in this situation, he has to open his hips, right? He has to. Look at where his eyes are. This is when I'm talking about football IQ. This is how smart players make interceptions. Because in essence, he's baiting the quarterback into that throw because he knows it's coming. Right? Right now, Jordan Wright sees eyes here. You should retreat and make him throw it here. Make him throw it there. But he's a magnet. He stays there, and then he makes an easy throw. And here's the thing. This is what's huge about this, right? That's a tackle by Jordan Wright. And I want people to understand, not all tackles are good tackles. I'm just being honest. Not all tackles are good tackles. That's not a great tackle. And it's not that he didn't tackle him well. He shoelace tackled him. He didn't really. No, it's because that shouldn't have happened. That play shouldn't have happened. And this is what bothers a lot, is that he does the right, Jock Jones does the right thing. He's got to come off coverage. And here's the reason why he can come off coverage. Because when a quarterback rolls, all the zones that you're responsible for moves. So he can come out of coverage because one of those zones is being omitted because the quarterback is rolling. And someone has to pull him up. And he does a good job. If Jordan Wright is right there, he either makes a kill shot on that receiver or he picks it off with his length. You cannot be a magnet. You cannot. He's 1 yard. Get depth. Get depth. Force him to throw it to the flat. Right now, when his head, you can tell, when his head turned right there, you need to start retreating. Because he has X'd him out. That's your play. Pure and simple. Now, think about that. He's not that far away from the play. Guy makes and he tackles him right away. Can't do that. Couldn't believe how Wallace graded out on PFF. I don't. First of all, Lake Dog, I don't really subscribe to PFF, but there's something that is hard for fans to understand, good and bad. I really didn't look at Wallace, didn't pay attention to him. I don't really like grading, but I can't remember how many plays Iowa had. I know we had like close to 70. I think Iowa might have had 50 to 60. Let's say if Wallace played, let's say he plays 50, 60 plays, and you saw him ball out for 5, what's the other 55 though? Was he in the right place? Was he in the right gap? Because just because someone makes a play, it doesn't mean you did your assignment properly. Sometimes sometimes your teammate can cover your ass, or sometimes the offense doesn't attack your weakness. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure he played great. I know he made a couple plays, but I'm not sure if he, in essence, played a great game, especially against Iowa. I know on one of these plays soon he doesn't play well, and it might be this play here. Now, I'm gonna say right now what I can't say without a shadow of a doubt, but I'm gonna say they're in man because I'm gonna go off of eyes of defensive backs because we are coached eye discipline. That doesn't mean it's perfect, but Jordan Lovett seems like he is eye down on that receiver, and he's not, and he doesn't have eyes in the backfield, which would mean zone. Okay, so to me, this is man. So that means corner has him. Oops, wrong 2. The corner has him. That means Lovett has him. That means Wallace has linebacker. All right. Has tight end. This is what's so hard. If they're running wide zone this way, you're not going to make the tackle here. This backside linebacker, at best, he's going to make the tackle there. So there's no reason to rush. You got to trust that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of your brothers are going to handle this side of the formation. You got to, this guy, 2, 3, did I say 6 over there? A corner and a safety has got to handle this side. You cannot be a hero. And they got us because of bad eye discipline. Where are we going? Especially with the offense. When you're coming into this week, knowing that they are tight end heavy. Their tight ends are the backbone of this offense. And now you overcommit, and Jock Jones beats you basically across the formation. That can't happen. So that's a minus for Wallace. You gotta have a football IQ. And this is what the football IQ means. You had 2-3 weeks to watch film on Iowa. Iowa didn't change shit up. You got to understand that these tight ends are their only saving grace. That's all they have. The outside receivers are not great. The quarterback is not great. But the tight ends are really, really good. So football IQ, let me make sure these guys don't get off. Now, I'm going to play this one. This is actually a really good play. Great. Now, that's a great job by Wallace. This is the kind of stuff, football IQ. A coach can teach you only so much. You got to have a football IQ. The only person who realized this screen was the damn freshman. Right there. When they let you go with relative ease, you know it's a fucking screen. Fucking start retracing. You know it's a screen. There ain't no situation in this world where Justin Rogers is going to get one hand and get this far. That step, he needs to start retracing. Now, it looked like Ripka did, but look at the freshman. He's like, there is no pressure on me. I'm going to stop. And look how close he is to making this play. Yep. See how he goes? He leaves his spot. If he stays where he is, he has a chance for that. Look at that. He's the only lineman that felt no pressure. You ain't gonna ever. That's IQ. You are not going to never have a situation where you get that much of a free run to a quarterback. It ain't gonna happen. And this is a great play by Jock. Now, Ripka and Justin Rogers gets on the play. But this is another instance. This is Ripka. This is a line of scrimmage. He's 1, 2, 3 yards back. He got manhandled. Now, Rogers does a good job of getting around. But if your brother isn't here, he will run away from those guys. Think about it. This is what I mean by all tackles. Now, Ripka stays in it. He doesn't give up. But if Jock isn't there, he runs away from those defensive linemen. Ripka's got to hold his anchor a lot better. Now, Weaver has contained. All right. And you know how I feel about this if you've watched me for any time. Weaver has contained. If the receiver blocks contain, we got to field replace. We have to field replace. And we got to do it now. We got to go now. Now, here's the other thing. When that block didn't affect you, JJ Weaver, you just got to come and still try your best to get contained. You don't go under and become a block magnet. There's no reason. Because here's the deal. This is what I mean by do your job, right? If he does his job, this guy means nothing. You should not run through the middle of a chest because you see a slight guy in you. If you want to, at worst, take your right arm and rip through him and try to maintain contain. You don't run through him. You should be coming here. You know why? Look who's right there. If you get to here, this guy's to make a decision. Here or here. If he goes the second route, look who's there. And if he wants to continue to cut back and go here, look who's there. You got to do your job. And going inside wasn't your job. You have contained. No reason to run through him. None. Like it's nothing. You should be running this way to make this guy say, no, I can't go, and turn up to 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. You made it harder for them because you let that guy hit the corner. Now they got to run further. Now Key's got to come up faster. Now this is a better job by Weaver. Now look at that. If he has contained, right? You got to turn him in. This is what the last play, he tried to go inside. Do your job and let your brothers hunt and eat. Let them eat. Make them turn inside. When you, as you just saw, the last play, if you make them turn outside, these guys have to run 6 yards further minimum. So do your job, force them inside, and look what happens. Dude, that is a TFL. Now, look, this is something that I forgot. This is something that bothered me the whole game. Why is the quarterback bending down so low? Why is he so low? I don't know. That weirded me out. See that? This is what running. This is a great view for everybody to understand. Running back sees color. Right now, he sees Weaver. He's like, shit, it's short. I can't go that way. That don't mean he couldn't have, in his head, potentially bounced out. Don't know. As a running back, you don't know. Like on third and short, you know I got to get upfield. So he shows color. I got to turn the ball up. And look at what happened. Look at all the blue numbers when he turns the ball up. There's nothing but blue there. That's why you do your job. Great job. So now this is man. You know it's man because eyes are on receivers. And Jordan Lovett does a great job. Now, this is not in my way, our coach is not perfect. Because see how he turns his head too early? Once he takes one step, that's the step he turned his head. When you turn your head, if you're going away from the quarterback, it slows you down. Now, when you're going to the quarterback, sometimes it pulls you away. So I like to see 2 steps. 1, 2, and then turn. And this is why I like 2. I honestly feel like you get a little more momentum. When he broke, that's 1, 2. And I think if he would have looked now, I think he has a better chance of jumping because then he's more under center of gravity. Now he can jump and might pick that off. But that's me being nitpicky. That's a great job. I love it. These first few scripted plays were perfection. They got him outside the pocket, and this is what it does. It gives him an easy read. Like, I'm going to fake this wide zone. This is why the wide zone to me is so great because now they don't know it's run a pass. And now it's obvious where to throw it. Now, Barion Brown's got to keep going. He's got to turn his shoulder. He's got to turn his shoulder and get as much as he can. Not every play is a home run play. Just get that extra yard or two. It could make a difference. Zone read. Not bad. Could have been better. But now, what I'm saying is, it could have been 3rd and 1. Now, it doesn't hurt us this time. Simple route concept. I can say that they simplify everything for Wade as much as can. They ran a flare, hook, curl, whichever one, a hook, curl, more of a curl. So you reading this guy. If he expands with this, you throw the curl. If he breaks on this, you throw the swing route. And it's simple. Number 30 starts expanding with the swing route, hit the curl, first down. That is so basic offense, but it works. Now, this is the problem I start having, is we need to run the damn ball. I know people scream out, why we run the first? It was so predictable. Whatever. Barion Brown, next level, he's got to go attack the ball. You watch Dane Key in Florida game, Dane Key catches this ball. It's not the easiest throw. Right here, this DB has no shot. He is racing his ass off to try to make up this distance. All Barion Brown had to do was slow down, and now at this point, jump up. That's a PI. Look at that. Right here. Start slowing down. So now he's going to run through you, and you're going to get a PI. That's football IQ. You cannot wait for that ball. You got to go get that ball. Period. I'm trying to figure out. I don't think this is zone read. This just looks like a call, almost like a quarterback counter, pulling the backside guard and tackle. Looks like a quarterback counter because he's not reading anybody. Because I'm like, who is he reading to determine? He's not reading anybody. That's just a quarterback counter. He just keeping it. Great call. Get us in third manageable. Now we gotta convert on this. And it's scary because we created another line of scrimmage. This is the black line of scrimmage. We are on this side of the line of scrimmage, and we can't get the 3 yards. That is frustrating. How we got 1, 2, 3 guys to handle that one guy. If someone blocks him, we get the first down. That's frustrating. Look at that. If we block number 44, this is a first down. Where's Dingle going? Where is he going? I know that's Flack's guy. He missed. Now you clean it up. Suncat. Hey, nice of you to come, Suncat. I appreciate you. Yeah, Suncat. I don't like calling guys out, but I don't get it. And so now they get a big punt return, and now it flips to downfield. Teams did not do us justice at all. Not at all. And I'm going to say this. Now the news, Justin Rogers is going to the portal. Understand. In my opinion, it sucks to lose a body, but man, he's not a world beater. And he can probably produce at another school because he might be moved to a different type of scheme that might be able to use his skill set better. But in our scheme, he's not a nose tackle. He doesn't command a double team. Nose tackle in 3-4 has command a double team. Because if not, if you think about it, you only got 3 down linemen. You got 5 offensive linemen. If that guy can't take 2, that means those guards are getting up to those 2 inside linebackers quickly because there's nobody over him. I want people to understand that. You gotta. Let me see if I can do this. See, right now they're not in a true 3-4, but true 3-4. Let me just show you. Would have a guy over the center and a guy over the tackle. That's what we call a 0 and a 4 tech. Because in essence, what happens is you got a center. Let me do this. Let me do it like this. I'm going to draw on the screen. You got, let me do this. That's the ball. You got a guard. You got a tackle. So that's one technique, or let me just throw numbers. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. So in a typical 3-4, you have a guy, and this is 0 over the ball. Typically, you have a guy over the tackle and a guy, over the center and a guy over the tackle. That is a 0 and a 4, and same thing on the backside. Then you have linebackers, if this 2 will work, over the guards, in theory. So, if you have a center and a guard and a tackle, and you have a nose tackle, and he doesn't demand a double team, it's a problem. It is a problem. If he doesn't demand a double team, that means this guy can, if he doesn't demand a double team, he can even, I can't even go back. He can even do this. If he doesn't demand a double team, you can chip and he can get to the linebacker still because he doesn't have the double team. He just can chip him. And we haven't gotten that this year. And we have had to play a lot of more odd man fronts, meaning he had to go to a one tech. And I just described now the one tech between the center and the guard. Or you got, yes, Lake Dog, we're doing a locker this week. Now I want to show y'all something. How eyes on quarterback. And people say this bullshit, which I hate, because I hate it, because I was a zone corner. This is zone coverage. Derrick Jackson, eyes on quarterback. You can see it now. Eyes on quarterback, right? This is about 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 9-yard throw. Probably really more like a 10-yard. Come on. Probably more like a 10-yard throw. Okay. If you watch me anytime, any defensive player should be able to break 1/3 of the distance of the ball. So that means D-Jack should be able to break 3 yards on this ball. All right. Guess what? 1, 2, 3. With his eyes on the ball, watch how many yards he can break. Just watch. His eyes on quarterback. Look, he peeked over here and saw him. He's not looking at the receiver right now. His eyes, look at his helmet, is on the quarterback. And he's driving. The ball is right there. And look at what his lean is going this way. All right. Remember I said 3 yards. It's about a 10-yard throw. Because I'm going to get my nerd out. This is 9 yards. This is more like easy middle field. I think it's like 7-ish to the hash. All right. So let's say 7-ish. So A squared B squared equals C squared. All right. So now that's why it says more like a 10-yard throw. All right. Eyes on the quarterback. 1, 2, 3. He drove 3 fucking yards, maybe 4. Look where he's tackled at. That's a 1-yard fucking gain. He was not right next to him. He was not, honestly, in the vicinity. When that ball's thrown, right there, there's a gap there. He's not playing man where he's in his hip pocket. This is a 1-yard catch because he's doing his job. Dude, that is, That's the best you can play that. They got a fucking 1 yard game. I want you to understand. Let me go back. Because this is, obviously I'm going to go longer than, I said it was going to be short, but it's not. Look at the depth he got. He was heading before the ball was thrown. He was still backpedaling, heading. He was going to get to this marker. But the ball dictated him to go forward. Iowa, Lake Dog, plays within. They do their job. It's football IQ. Everybody does their job. And it's that simple. Sometimes on defense, especially in the situation that we were in, sometimes you try to do too much. When you try to do too much, bad things happen. Got to get off the field. Jordan Wright, man. I'm not sure what's his prospect for the next level, but he has really come on to do a lot of things right. All right. He didn't go racing across the formation trying to make this play on this potential handoff. His job is contain. Do your job. Dude, that is beautiful. That you cannot do that any better. Doing your job leads to a ball being batted, and now we get off the fucking field. Because I'm going to tell you, if he doesn't bat that ball, we could be in trouble. Watch. Because Drew Phillips' eyes are not very good. He's looking at the wrong thing. Just look at it. Now, he is outflanked by this guy. Let's look at it. He's beat. He's chasing. He is at least 5 yards of separation right there. But because Jordan Wright does his job, look. If Jordan Wright is not there and the quarterback is able to throw a decent ball to number 4, he's able to turn up. That's all Jordan Wright. He's not going to get the credit, but he gets 100% of that credit. Iowa D plays within themselves. As I just showed, they do their job. Their eye discipline is superb. Their IQ is superb. They do their job. They're not peeking. They're not trying to make. This is the crazy. I'll show you later. This is the crazy thing about this. And I've been in a situation as a corner. When you press, bad things happen. When you do your job, for a corner, interception comes to you. They just do. I know I can think of the LSU game where I'm just playing my coverage, not trying to do anything crazy. Ball comes right to me. Now I had to leap up and make the catch, but the ball came right to me. It wasn't like I did anything. I was in somebody's back pocket or I was broke on the ball great. The quarterback overthrew the receiver. I was doing my job, and the ball came right to me. Same way I was first pick 6. Doing his job, ball comes right to him. Yeah, their punter killed us. We killed ourselves a little bit, and they knew. They knew the situation we were in, and they hounded us. Now, this is one where we had a chance if Chaton doesn't do this. Here is the thing, man. And it happened later in the game on the other side of the field. You got to know it's situational football. You're on the 3-yard line. You're on the 3-yard line. There's no need to dance. This is not a chance. This is not an opportunity to do anything crazy. When an offensive line, look at what they do. They done created a cocoon over there. When you cut backside, go right there. If you got to run over him, you run over him. There's no reason to do that. Why? You come up and go straight. If you wanted to, you could have gone this way. There's no reason to dance here. This is not a dance party here. Get your ass up the field and get as many yards as you can. That's a great job by number one closing, but that's also on time. Now, this fucking play bothers me to the nth degree. This is a pass. This is a run play. I don't know if Dane didn't know what the play was called because this is a rollout. And we got guys down the field blocking right now, which means there's no way it was a pass concept. But we got to block him better. We got to block. Now, here's the thing as wide receivers. Right now, this a little coaching point. You should never engage a DB this far away because he's going to whip your ass. Because you don't know what a running back is, but he does. So what you do is you go here, stand in front, let him dictate where he wants to go, and then you just take him there. There's no reason. It's no way you can maintain anyone, not a receiver. No one can maintain a block for 12 yards. You ain't that good. There's nobody that good. So what you do is you come up here, throttle down, and let him go where he wants to go. And once he decides to go that way, then you just fucking push himself all the way to the fucking sideline. You can't hold a block for that long. The defense as a whole did a very good job. And I'm going to show you in this instance. Just to show you, since he's not here. You cannot be single block. You cannot be reached. And now you're not helping. Now I understand you do your job, but come on. We got to throw that guy off. But that's a great job by defense. Do your job. Great job, Jordan Wright, backside. I'm telling you, man, this guy has really come on. Next level, he's going to have to learn how to play special teams. Play special teams for a couple years, and then you might be able to get your shot. That's a great job. Squeezed. 3rd and 7. Let's go. Great job by Childress. Look, man, I don't know what they're going to do with the safeties next year. And it's a great problem to have. Because one guy we forget about is Kobe Albert. And you still got Afari. You got 2 guys there. And you getting Dunn and Hardaway. And Vito's coming back. And hopefully Geiger comes back. Dude, that's a lot of fucking safeties. I want you to see, this is what I mean by IQ. All right. I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know what he studied. But You can see Childress right here. He is already before snap. If you can see the K that way, see I can see the K more even on Wallace. See I can see you don't see the K on Jones. You don't see the K. You don't really see the K on Wallace, but you see this K on Childress. That means he is peaking over here. See that? Now you see all the K. You can see the face mask. That means the ball's not even snapped. He's peaking. He has a pre-snap determination. And as I tell DBs, you don't guess, you anticipate. Now, his head's back to the quarterback. See that? Now, this is little cues how you can tell what guy's looking. Now you don't see that K, right? That UK, right? You don't see that UK on the side of the helmet like you saw right there. See how you see all the UK? Now you don't see the UK right there. You know why? Because he's looking at the quarterback. He's getting a bead. He's anticipating. He already saw the formation and he knows where the weakness is in the defense and he knows what his job is. He is looking for that route. Right now, he's robbing. You cannot tell because of my scroller. When this quarterback looked here, he took a little shuffle that way, a little bit. Crossing route, boom. You can't play that better. Perfection. I was just weirded out by how we threw the ball so much. And this play was a little bit of an issue for me with Baron Brown because he played around with this DB too much. He toyed with him too much. You can tell right here. He's messing around with him too much. You buy him. Just fucking run by him. You playing with him too much. See how he put his, you can, I don't know if you can tell, he put his right arm right there. See that move right there? That's slowing you down. That move right there wasn't needed when you running by him. You didn't need to put this right arm there on his chest. Is slowing you down. And look how close you are to it. If he doesn't do that, that's a fucking catch. Now here's the other thing for me. And this is me being nitpicky. You lay out for that one. You lay out. Even if you miss it, you lay out for that one. You gotta go get that. This is the one I cut up. This hole is fucking humongous. Right here, you're reading the hole. You know right now, I'm going right here. This is another instance where the offensive line did a great fucking job. And we did make them pay for it. Where are we going? Without all 22 guys, I can't tell what's going on. Now, this is a play. I think this was after 15-yard penalty. Again, if you get no resistance from the offensive line, it's a fucking screen. Stop. We had Justin Rogers do it first. Now we got Hayes do it second. And now, even with that said, make that tackle. Right there. That's like a 5-yard gain. All right. Make that tackle right there. That's like a 6-yard gain. Make that tackle. Still a 6-yard gain. Make that tackle. Now it's 9-yard gain. We miss all the fucking tackles. That tackle. And this motherfucker gets all the way to the 15-yard line. On a play, he got what? 25-yard, 27-yard pass play? Out of something that should have been fucking 5. For an offense that ain't do shit to you. Now, this is why those, I just want to reiterate. This is why the offensive lineman can go down the field. Because the line of scrimmage was right there. And he catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So therefore, it's a run play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not good. Now this play for Kedron is not his best act. You gotta force this guy back inside. You gotta go for his outside shoulder. Because you force him inside, Jock and maybe Dion can clean up. But when you go outside, now they got to run 5 yards further. I mean, JJ Weaver. You got to go outside. If he turns inside, look at it. I don't know if you can see. If you turn him inside, I think JJ Weaver makes the tackle. If you turn him, instead of him running away, right? He catches the ball. He catches it. Let's say 4 yards from the line, from the sideline. All right. So that's 4 more yards Weaver has to run. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. Isn't that crazy? If you turn him in because he caught it about right here, Weaver has a better chance of at least stopping him. That's the only fucking score they got all game. On 2 fucking plays. After a penalty, I think on the punt return. Now we go here. Number 1, doesn't do anything special. He's just where he's supposed to be. He doesn't do anything special. He's just where he's supposed to be. Why are we passing the fucking ball? Look at it. Just watch. Watch number 1. Just watch him. He does nothing special. All he's doing is watching quarterback and watching ball. Dane Key is not important to him. That ball is important. Dane Key is secondary. Now, if the ball goes to Dane Key, then Dane Key becomes primary. But he's secondary. Ball is the most important thing. He does nothing. Ball's thrown right to him. Now, this is what he does special. I don't know where my man Tay was going. Tay needs to come this way. But that's why he's on offense. $14-0. We still got a chance. I love getting Ton outside. He's a better runner on the perimeter. Should have ran a lot of more off-tackle stuff. Now, we saw the play earlier with Tay, right? Get up the field. Get up the field. Get up the field. It ain't get up the field. Good first down, though. Now, I don't know if this was called a run, I don't know why Wade bailed so early, but let's just say he bailed early, right? This is, I don't know where he's looking. He's open. If he's even, he's leaving. You drop it right over those linebackers' head. Don't know where the safety is, but I guarantee you he's open. Like I said, without the all 22, you can't tell. I actually like this quick decision. He just got to make a better throw. When you pass on first and second down, you potentially leave yourself in 3rd and 10 or more. And that's not a good position for us. It's just not. Great job by Jock making him turn. See, this is, even though Jock doesn't make the play, even though he gets knocked backwards, it's still, even though Ripka doesn't do a good job, we create a pile and it's 2nd and 6. Not great, but it's not bad. Now, this is a great job by Ty doing his job. His job is contain. And this is really played well by Ty and Jock doing their job. I think Jock knows what's going now because look, he's running a fucking route before the back can even get there. Look at it. He's coming. I don't know. If that ball's not batted down, either it's a -1 yard TFL or it could be a pick because he's there. Got to get off the field, fellas. Got to get off the field. 3rd and 5, got to get off the field. And he gave us one by sliding. But that's a great job of making him slide. He gave himself up a yard before the first down. I love that rule as a defensive player. Now, we got to get a couple first downs now. Why are we running outside? Here's the deal. Your lead blocker is right here. Follow him up into the hole. This is not high school. These guys are real good. They're going to beat you there. Just here's what you got to learn when you're young. Is holes close up in a heartbeat. If he follows Jatan, and let's say Horsey comes here, he might be able to cut this thing up. Let's watch. If Jatan is going to block, instead of him going outside, if he would have turned it this way, we got 3 to 4 yards, I think. But he tries to outrun and out-athlete a good team, and he gets -2. It's not what we need. Not in this situation with a freshman quarterback with his first start. Now we do a good job and get some of it back. So now we 3rd and short. Just imagine if we didn't lose to 1.5 yards. Now we 3rd and 2. It doesn't seem like a big, but 2 yards is huge. Now, Wade does a good job, although he pulls this ball down real quickly. Yaga does a good job of coming off and trying to get 99. He doesn't get there, but at least we get a first. That's a good job by Wade. We actually handle the stunt decently. Burton was trying to get there. That's actually pretty good work. I'm going to just say something real quick. This is what doing your job means. Now, even though this guy got beat, he has contained. And he got contained. Wade didn't go outside. Now, they do this. That's his job. Now, the extraness will him be making this play. But this is really on Campbell. And sometimes an athlete out-athletes you. You know? If he makes that tackle right there, it's 4th down. Great job by Wade. Good move. Gives us that 1st down. Now we need another one. Milk this clock down. Going to halftime, 14-0, 14-3 wouldn't be bad. Throw the ball away. Throw the ball away. You wanted to throw it away. Now we're 2nd and forever. Now here's the crazy part. Watch. I think Tay is right there. Watch. If we can block this, which we do a pretty good job. Here's the thing. If Wade stays in the pocket and he knows the offense, right? I'm not saying he should know this, but hear me out. Quarterback. You see linebacker blitz. You throw it where they blitz from. So you got both linebackers blitzing. That means there's nobody in the middle of the field. This is the last guy in the middle because everybody's playing man. All right? If you know that and you know your route concept, you stay in the pocket and you throw that ball right now. Right here. Now, I'm asking a lot. I'm just showing concepts. If he passes it to Tay on time, look at the separation Tay gets. All he had to do was sit in the pocket and eat this hit. Throw this ball to Tay. He completes about right here. And there's only one guy remaining. Damn. Now, when it's 2nd and 19, they ain't going to give up shit. Third and long, not good for us. We're getting whipped. Now, you cannot continue to try to get this way out of the pocket. It's a skill set to climb the pocket. Because maybe you could have went that way. And maybe you could have went that way. Maybe you could have went that way and then started playing around with it. Maybe pump fake and get your guys open over here because they should adjust. But when you try to escape the pocket outside, it can be a problem. Good job, Key. That's perfect cornerback play. Tight ends blocking. You come down, fill the hole. You and Jordan Lovett, perfect. Beautiful. When everybody does that job, man, you got a very good chance on defense. That's a good job by Ty. Just not our game. Ball doesn't bounce to us. It bounces right back to the down running back. Got to get off the field. Now, I want you guys to understand this. I told my son this while we was watching this. They don't have to do anything crazy to get a 1st down. They got a young quarterback. If they throw it and we get a pick, it creates momentum back to us. So let's try to get into a situation where if we get them in a bad spot with a bad call, we get a 1st down. If not, our punter has been killing them. There's only 2 minutes left. If we get them inside the 15-yard line and make them punt again, we might get the ball on the 50. Now we only drive 15 yards or so. We get a field goal. So you plan for the field goal because you got 3 timeouts. This is why you play smart football. You got a quarterback that's not experienced either. So why put him in a bad situation? Why put him in a bad situation? Same thing here. Why put our young quarterback in a bad situation? Man, that was a big ass hit there, though. Run the ball. Make them call their timeouts. Now, where is Barion Brown going? Where? We got guys coming. You set him up by going forward and go this way. You don't sit down. Fuck. Don't do that. Now, here's the deal. The play is supposed to go here. And I showed that play earlier with Tay just lallygagging off the field, up the field. Same thing with Barion Brown. He's sitting here. Now here's the deal. You never widen out. You always attack the ball. He is on the 16-yard line, and he's in the numbers. Look where he ends up at. 16-yard line, outside the numbers. That gives this guy an alley to go here. You stay where you are and go and attack the ball. And after you catch, you turn up. You don't wait on the ball. Especially, this is football IQ. This is a 15-yard throw linearly. That's about 53 1/3, 26 minus 9. I'm going to just tell you, it's 9 yards at the top of the number, 26 from the middle of the field. So you're talking about 17. Then you're talking about another, it's about 5. So we're talking about 22 yards. That's about 18-yard throw-ish. That's a long-ass throw. For you not to go back to the ball. He's throwing across the field. You cannot just stand there and actually go get wide out. Look at where he caught the ball at. He caught it outside the numbers, probably 2 yards. If Barion Brown stays in the numbers where he is, he probably can't make this pick. Especially if you go and attack the ball. That's football IQ and knowing the game. Extremely talented athlete. Unbelievable talent. Unbelievable. Track guy whom I love track guy. You know me, I'm a track athlete that played football. I love track. You have to understand the craft and the nuances of playing the position. I know he's going to get in that this offseason. If he does that, he's going to be unstoppable. Because one thing you can't coach is speed. Period. You cannot coach speed. If he adds the nuances and add knowledge of the game, adds knowledge of your craft, he will be legitimately unstoppable and an All-American. Because he's got all the juice. He's got all the juice. Now he just got to add between the ears. Him and Dane Key, because Dane has the in between the ears aspect. They need to get together. They need to talk. They need to watch all the fucking film over again with the all 22 and talk it out. He sees something, you see something. Now we understand. Now we get perspective. We can get other opinions. We get, dude, if the cornerback does this is what I like to do. Oh, really? Okay, why are you doing that? Because his leverage is outside, and I'm gonna, instead of me just going inside right away, I'm gonna press his outside foot, make him possibly turn. He's already outside, so if I run a post, I'm already got him beat, but I want to press the outside shoulder, make him turn. Now I really got space. That's the nuances of the game that you have to learn. If the DB is playing me hard inside and I gotta run a slant, how do you beat it? Sometimes you might have to release outside. Release outside hard. Make that cornerback turn his shoulders. Now I can cut back inside on him. Those are the things that you have to learn. And if you got a guy on your team that's played wide receiver his whole career and has a brother who played defensive back in the NFL, has a dad whom I played with that played linebacker in college, maybe that's a guy you need to get in his ear and learn some stuff from. Because he's got knowledge that most kids his age don't have. Because he's got a dad that played defense and a brother who played defense. The shit that he can bounce off of them is enormous. Learn your fucking craft. This is my last thing, and I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Kids have to understand, you're in college from the age of 18 to these fucking guys are now 25. But normally it's 18 to 22, 23. That's 4 years of your life. You're getting your college paid for with a chance to play on the highest level you can go. You got to sacrifice shit to get there. If you don't get there, you got the age of from 23 to fucking however long you're blessed to live to do all the shit that you want. Party, play Xbox all night, go to clubs every night of the week, do all that shit. When you turn 23 and 24, when you got a job, you come home, you head home at 5 o'clock. Now you do whatever the hell you want to do from 5 to whenever you want to go to bed. And if you in college on a scholarship, there's some things that you cannot do that every other college student can do. If you want to be great, you gotta fucking sacrifice. And that means getting your ass in the books. And here's the different thing with guys now. You can fucking watch film on your phone, on your laptop now. You don't have to go to the facilities like we had to go back in the day. You can watch shit on your phone or on your laptop. You can fucking go home and watch film all day. You need to spend as much time in the film room as you do studying. If you don't do any fucking studying, you ain't gonna play anyway. So you gotta study sometime. So get your ass in the film room and learn some shit and hone your craft. All right, y'all. I appreciate all you guys and girls watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to, what the hell's going on? If I'm going to do it tomorrow or on Thursday, the second half. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure that out because we have the locker tomorrow. And I'm not sure if I want to do it tomorrow or not, but I will let you know. Tomorrow I might do it after the locker, or we might do it Thursday. So I appreciate all of y'all watching. Like I said when I started, you people have supported me this whole year, and I appreciate it. Happy New Year. All you have made it worth it, especially coming back, doing this thing at late at night. I get a lot more interaction. I appreciate it. I either see you guys tomorrow or on Thursday. Happy New Year. Have a good rest of your evening. And like I said, I see you tomorrow. I see you on Thursday.